So alright y'all, welcome to Chris Show. Today, I'm going to give you guys an update on the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. He was hoping to get out early 2020. I'm going to give you guys the deets on when he's actually released, and when he's released, is he truly a free man? Also, apparently a celebrity nudes leak week, and I had no idea. I'm glad I didn't have no idea. It's not a news leak I wanted to see. But apparently if you're a hip-hop fan that's into DaBaby or A$AP Rocky, or you're an NBA female that's into Steph Curry, this might have been a good week for you. But for us fellas, we didn't get any news that we wanted to see this week, unfortunately. I'm going to go into details why all this happened this week. I'm not going to go into details of their private parts, but I'll give you the reasons why. Hopefully we won't see more of these nudes for the Christmas holidays. Especially if you're a member of this family, you're like, damn man, I can't even go on the internet this week. People are talking about my son's private parts. Also, if you ignore the news, and you know, Trump's in the news a lot, but last week Trump was in the news for something pretty important. I'm going to talk to you about this impeachment, and is Trump really going to be removed from office, and what does this mean for his legacy? I'll give you guys an update on that. And lastly, there's been a lot of kidnappings, there's been a lot of women missing, but unfortunately we have a Jussie Smollett situation where somebody was fabricating their situation. We have Karol Sanchez. She claimed to be kidnapped, but was proven to be false. I'm going to give you the deets on why it was false and what's going to be the end result of it. So be sure to tune in to the Chris Show this week. So on Wednesday, December 18th, Tekashi 6ix9ine was sentenced to 24 months in prison. He went all the way from 47 years in prison to 24 months after cooperating with the feds and snitching on the Trey 9 Bloods, and you know, he was just giving the deets on everything. But is Tekashi 6ix9ine really free? No, because after he's released, he's going to be supervised for up to 5 years. And this is not just, you know, you're on probation or you're on house arrest, you got to check in every few months or every month or so. This is actually a whole different scenario. So Tekashi 6ix9ine has to continue to cooperate with federal investigation if they deem it necessary for him to get involved. So this means this man's still going to be involved in snitching going forward. This man is going to be an informant probably for the rest of his life, at least for the next 5 years. So I don't know about y'all. I already had some problems. One, this guy's a pedophile. Two, he's a snitch. Now, not even that, he's going to be a cooperating snitch going forward. So I know he made some hits and some bangers in the past, but I can't support this fool's music anymore. Like I said, he already is a pedophile. Now he's a full-time snitch. I can't support a full-time snitch. I know maybe some of the new generation, even when they released the news that he was getting out, they were really happy. So maybe the new generation can support snitches, but me personally, I can't support it. I really can't. I don't care how good your music is when you are openly a bad person like he is, and now an open snitch that has to continue cooperating being a snitch. No one's really going to want to hang out with him now. No one's really going to do music with him anymore because, well, you smoke a blunt with him, you might be snitched on or something. He might need a perk and he going to snitch on everybody for it. Who knows anymore? He's just not a trustworthy dude. No longer. He never really was a trustworthy dude because he had rainbow pink hair, he had a face tattoo. It's not someone that's trustworthy. Now you know, stay away from this dude, he might snitch on you. Oh yeah, so 24 months, he's probably gonna get out late 2020, early 2021. So that's when we'll see him then, but do you really want to see a snitch that's just gonna be continued snitching? I know I don't. To me, this is the end of Tekashi. I don't want to see it going forward, but I will still report because he's going to be talked about. But for me, his music, all that's done for me. Maybe if he was going to get out and he could still do whatever he wanted afterwards, but now he's going to be supervised for 5 years and still be an informant. Like I said, apparently it was Nude leak week because on the timeline, you know, I'm on Twitter a lot. That's my favorite social media, so you can't avoid things when it's breaking news or things are all over it. So earlier this week, A$AP was all over the web, and honestly, the A$AP reactions were not very positive for him. Girls were not happy. They were saying this shit's whack. I'm like, okay, do what you gotta do. Me, I didn't even look at the videos. I don't want to look at the videos. It's not something I really care to see celebrities naked. Now, If it's Rihanna naked, of course I'm gonna try to take a look. But outside of that, I ain't too pressed for it. If it happens, it happens. I don't want to see it, but if it does, I don't even know when the Steph Curry thing dropped. It was around Thursday. People were talking about that. But the one everyone's going crazy over is the baby. Once again, I didn't want to see all that. It's just really weird to me that this all happened 3 times in a 1-week span. It makes me feel like there's that iCloud hackage going on, or people are trying to scam for the holidays. Maybe they want some extra money. They're trying to do whatever it takes to get this hacking or scamming going on. And unfortunately, celebrities are getting breached for it. And not only breached, maybe they're just getting leaked. Or maybe celebrities, their side pieces are like, you better buy me something for Christmas or I'm gonna leak your news on the internet. Who really knows what's going on? But it being around Christmas time, that's when hacking goes on, that's when blackmailing goes on. I just feel like there's something that's more into it because it just doesn't happen all in 1 week. So, like I said, if you really want to see the packages or whatever they are, you can find them on the internet. I'm not going to link them to you. I'm not going to describe them to you. That's up to you and your own. But I just wanted to let you guys know, celebrities, tighten up your security for your nudes or your money or whatever, because people are apparently coming for you. And also, before I move on to that, like, how do you feel as a family member in a situation like this? If you're related to Steph Curry, you're related to ASAP or the baby, and especially since holiday season, we're all going to be coming together next week. Is that going to be, like, it's just going to be very awkward. I wouldn't even want to show up low-key. Or just, like, have a hat on, keep my head down, just hope it doesn't get talked about. But somebody probably saw it. It's just very awkward, uncomfortable. I really feel bad for families in this situation. Now, we went from talking about pop culture and hip-hop news to now, let's get into a more serious topic. Trump, our president, he was impeached last week. And I saw some people, they were like, oh my God, Trump's out of office. Hooray, it's all good. But they must not really know what politics is, because there's a real step process with this impeachment. First, it goes through the House of Reps, and that's what happened last week. It went through the House of Reps, but now it has to go through the Senate. If you don't follow politics currently, I'll let you know. The Senate is predominantly Republican, and Republicans are going to stick with Republicans, just like Democrats are going to stick with Democrats. So the chances of Trump actually being impeached and kicked out of office is slim to none. I don't believe it's going to happen. No one really believes it's going to happen. Most people are happy that Trump is going to be impeached for one thing and one thing only. And that's because it's going to be a lasting legacy. When I bring up the name Andrew Jackson, if you know politics or you know presidents, he's the first president to be impeached. He's forever engraved in history for that. Bill Clinton, the second president to be impeached. That happened almost 20 to 30 years ago, but it's still talked about as big news. When we go into the future, 1,000 years from now, when people are going to search Donald Trump, the first thing that's going to come up is he was impeached, or maybe they have that show where he's talking about you're fired. But the first thing that's going to come up is Trump is impeached. It's going to be engraved in his history. And Trump wrote a letter to Nancy Pelosi on Tuesday stating that it doesn't matter to him that this is going to be on his record, it's going to be on his legacy, it doesn't matter to him. But to someone with an ego as big as Trump, do you really believe that? I know I don't. And another reason I do not believe Trump and what he says is because in the past, we all seen Trump's tweets. He's came at Obama. So Trump called in to Fox and Friends in 2014 to call about Obama potentially being impeached. And this is what he said. Trump said it would be a mess. He would be thinking about nothing but. It would be a horror show for him. It would be an absolute embarrassment. It would go down on his record permanently. So Trump says that about Obama and his potential legacy, but in that letter he said Tuesday it won't matter to him or his legacy. Yeah, right. Like I said, this impeachment is mostly just for Trump's legacy. As far as people, if you want Trump to stay in office, you got to vote him back in 2020. If you want him out of office, you need to vote him out 2020. I'm not going to be in the video to tell you to vote one way or vote the other. That's up to you. I'm not a politic person. I just report what's going on. But Trump, if you don't think this is a lasting impact on your legacy, you're very forbidden. You're a fool. It really is. So the things to take away from this, I want to see how Trump supporters view him going forward. Does this bond them together more, even stronger? Like, America's out to get us? Or are they like, I need to shield away from this guy. He's already making an impact on America in a negative way as far as being impeached. We'll see when it happens, when the election comes up in 2020, whether he's voted back in or voted out. But if you're hoping for Trump to actually be impeached out of office, you'll be hoping for a lot of things, my friend. Okay, this last one. When it first reported that this girl, Karol Sanchez, was kidnapped, this was early Monday. Because, you know, I post my videos on Monday, so I almost was going to stop and make another video. But it turns out that Karol Sanchez made this whole Jussie Smollett situation and made a sham. She actually has a 23-year-old boyfriend. One, that's already bad in itself. She's 16, 23. That's pedophilia to me. That's gross. It's nasty. So she didn't want to leave to Honduras. That's where her mom's from. That's where they were going to move from New York to go back there. She came up with this idea. Ooh, if I get kidnapped in front of my mom, maybe this will convince her to stay. How that plan came up to her, I'm like, that's a sound plan. That's gonna work. I think that's really good. I don't know, but to me, that sounds stupid from the start. If you were kidnapped in New York, that would give me more reason to like, we're going to Honduras now. We do not need to stay here. But either way, they kidnapped her when she was walking next to her mom at 11:30 at night. Because there was 4 men that were in this van. They opened it, they put her in, they apparently pushed the mom to the ground. The mom was howling, going crazy. Karol was very upset and distraught afterwards, and she got really more distressed when she found out how global this went. This was all over social media. Everyone was talking about it. So Karol decided to go to a family member before she went back to the police and, you know, told them that, hey, this kidnap, I kind of set it up. It was with my boyfriend. I wanted to stay. So she turned herself in to the police station the next day on Tuesday. So then the reports came out this Saturday that it was actually her boyfriend that did the kidnapping. No one has been charged or arrested as far as the 4 people, but the cops are currently on the lookout for them. So this is just a nasty situation, all from a 16-year-old who did not want to go home. And home, I mean Honduras, but you're 16. Your mom's still going to have to make those decisions for you. I know it sucks, but you can't live on your own in 16, especially in New York where you have a $2,500 bedroom and you're still living in a tiny little shack. It's just not gonna work. I'm sorry. I hope you get into a better place in life where you don't have to do stuff like this. Do you guys think that this should go on her permanent record or anything like that? Or is this like a, you know, a slap on the wrist, or does she need to learn from this? Cause I'm kinda a little lenient. Like maybe she does need some repercussion for it, but she was just young and didn't want to leave America too. So I kind of see both sides, but as far as her boyfriend and all that, they need to be locked up for even thinking of, hey, we should do this. This was a good idea. You're 23 years old, bro. That was not a good idea at all. It was not smart. You deserve to be behind bars now. And you're a pedophile. I guess it's crazy what people do for love. I'll keep tabs on this situation to see if Karol gets in trouble or how much the guys are going to get charged. But yeah, it was a very upsetting situation because there's a lot of women being kidnapped every day, everywhere in America, and now we have these situations where people are faking it. They're lessening the impact of women that are actually missing and not being talked about. So hopefully that doesn't discourage that. I want to make sure that we're still speaking on it. Anytime it happens, we still need to speak because it's happening to too many of our people. So yeah, this is mainly the talk of the week. It was a really busy week, news week. There was, you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine figuring out he's a snitch for life now. All these celebrity news leaks that I don't want to see, but people are apparently happy to see them, so good for them. You know, we have the Trump impeachment. Some people are like, hey, yeah, Trump's out of office. Some people are like, this doesn't really mean anything, and some people are just happy to impact Trump's legacy because we know he has an ego and it affects him in that instance. So everyone had a view on that Trump impeachment. And lastly, the Karol Sanchez fake kidnapping. All these Jussie Smollett situations just need to go away. Like, this has been a bad year for fake things. Like, he started it nice and early and it's just keeps going. So yeah, remember, if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe, turn on my notification bells for all my videos. Like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. So this is the Chris Show. Don't forget to tune in next Monday. We out this beat.